It's a journey. And so part of that journey, when you start out in any kind of career, academic, surgical career, a lot of us get involved in a lot of different societies. And I would say as we get busier over the years, I have been drawn more to the ASCRS than the others. I look back, I got involved in the ASCRS as a fellow and as an early attending. I think what is great about ASCRS is it doesn't matter the background of the person. We have great members in private practice, academic practice, solo practice from all different parts of the country.
For new members, showing up is the easiest and first thing to do.
Networking is very important. It's part of the whole journey of being a surgeon. I think it comes easier to some people than others. There's some of us, like myself, are a bit introverted and tend to shy away from some of the social situations. But I think the point that I would give to anybody looking back at this point in my career is to get out there, meet people. You'll see so many interesting perspectives from people that you meet through the ASCRS Society.
So when you show up, I would also encourage you to be your most extroverted self. I don't think that comes naturally to a lot of us, but I always try to pressure myself a little bit to make a connection with somebody new or somebody that I've admired, or maybe a mutual connection. I feel like that is really valuable.
So if you're looking to get involved in ASCRS and you don't know where to start, I would go to the website. I would look at the different kinds of membership. I would apply and join as a member or a candidate, depending on what kind of role you have. We certainly have opportunities for affiliate members, non-clinical members, practicing surgeons in other specialties. There's a way to get involved with the society. And at that point, you then have access to seeing which committees we have, what kind of outreach and projects people are doing, and you can apply and join those committees and work with the teams on them to be more effective and help our society and in your local environment.
The Young Surgeon Committee of ASCRS is really where I got my start, both in leadership and my start within the society and in the field. I joined the Young Surgeon Committee within my first couple of years of practice, and that's where I met my peers who are now my family. Together we grew, we learned leadership skills in many ways as we progressed along our career and could learn from each other. If you come year after year, you'll realize that those connections grow. There'll be activities and other opportunities to engage during the year with these same individuals. I will say, I think a good way to get even more involved, if you're looking for more than the camaraderie and the kinship of it, is to follow through. So if you learn something new at the meeting, or you want to undertake a project or apply for a committee, I think not only suggesting ideas and engaging a team, but following through and actually being able to carry out a product that will help the society and help others in the way that maybe you felt like you could benefit is probably the most gratifying thing you can do, and a good way to get involved and build your leadership skills.
The process to get involved in a committee has changed a lot over time, and I think for the better. I think it's easier now than ever to be included in the ASCRS. It used to be a little bit less clear on how to get involved with that, and I would ask around and volunteer. Now the process is very simple.
All ASCRS members will receive an email. The email is the annual call for appointments, and you'll receive that email if you are an ASCRS member. And all you need to do is open the email. There's a link to all the different types of committees, and I guarantee you'll be surprised to see not only the number of committees, but the broad array of interests represented in those committees. Select 3 committees that you'd like to be involved with, and there's an opportunity to write in a couple sentences as to why it's meaningful to you. And then those are reviewed, and the ASCRS makes a large effort to accommodate as many people as possible. The idea here is to have a broad representative leadership.
For people who are interested in helping guide ASCRS, our society, both publicly and deliberately, is interested in having as many different perspectives and viewpoints as possible. And I would encourage all of our members who are appropriate candidates for the role to apply for any and every opportunity they think is appropriate. Our nominating committees and review committees will view those with discretion and favor to try and get as diverse a group of people leading our society as possible. When you apply to join an ASCRS committee, the chair of the Committee on Committees reviews all of those candidates, looks at where the open committee spots are going to be each year, and assigns people based on personal interest and availability to all of the committees. And the best thing is to list for yourself, what am I interested in? What are my skills? What can I bring to this committee? And share that when you apply to the Committee on Committees.
There's no guarantee that all applicants will have an opportunity to serve on a committee. I would encourage those who do not get the opportunity on the first try to reapply.
The best way to try is to apply.
But once you do get the notification that you've joined a committee, I think the most important thing is to show up. So I would encourage you, if at all possible, to attend those meetings, find out what's going on, and ask ways that you can get involved.
The advice that I would give to anybody that wants more involvement is volunteer and deliver.
My ability to follow through on things gave me new opportunities. It's given me an opportunity to network and get to know surgeons from across the country, many of whom have very similar practices and challenges that I experience.
Committee leadership would probably be the next logical pathway. And there's a well-developed pathway to become a vice chair of a committee and then ultimately a chair of a committee. And so most of the folks that end up on executive council are serving and chairing on committees.
Members of the executive council start by being nominated to be members at large. If you have friends, you can get nominated. If you want to nominate yourself, it's certainly acceptable. And you can look at the website for a good description of the characteristics and traits of people who are professionally at a point where being a member at large would be appropriate. And there's a documentation process, and then the nominating committee for the executive council reviews all of those applications and selects our best candidates. And we're an amazing society. We have many talented and energetic, giving surgeons. The qualities that ASCRS is looking for in leaders is collaboration, creativity, energy.
I think most of us would agree that surgeons are natural leaders, and I think we inspire others, we build teams, we generate projects and carry them through to completion. So I think those are the qualities that are looked for.
We've had past presidents that have been from private practices, academic practices, and some of the big centers, and all different kinds of backgrounds.
When energized people can speak for themselves and their peers and have the goal of making the society serve our patients and our members better, that's a great way to help lead.